you can't really ever look back, and which is where people get stuck into that, like, I'm gonna do what everyone does and just video me building my car one step at a time in the garage, and then they get stuck in that 2010 loop where it's way oversaturated.
What's up, guys? We are back in the garage again. Finally, the cast is off, so I can hopefully start working on the truck again. I still got to be careful with that hand and that finger kind of, but at least we don't have the cast on anymore and I can do something. I've pretty much missed my entire COVID vacation of being able to work on the truck, like a lot of people have been kind of taking advantage of. But I'm still happy that, you know, I can at least get started back on it. It was only, I guess, about 5 weeks worth of not working on it, and we can get back to it. We're gonna go ahead and start removing the interior out of the truck. That way we can start figuring out just how much I can trim out of the transmission tunnel. I don't want to, I guess I want to trim as little as possible. I would like to keep kind of factory carpet in this and keep my factory split seat, since I am going to be using this for my family. So I don't want to go too crazy with the cutting, raise everything up too much. So hopefully it's as little as possible. There's quite a bit hanging out under the truck, which worries me because I may have to bring the whole engine and transmission up quite a bit, which means when we do air ride, that could cause the drive shaft to come up. I mean, it could cause a lot of things. I just don't know yet. So either way, we're gonna go ahead, start pulling things out, start seeing how much trimming will need to be done. If I'm gonna have to raise this engine up a little bit and transmission to clear this transmission pan. There's really just not a lot of information out there because I haven't found a whole lot of people that have done Cummins with Allison swaps on bag trucks. There's a couple 4x4s out there, you know, people who, you know, definitely need an Allison transmission, where me, I'm just doing it kind of for the novelty of it. I mean, I do want to pull with this truck, but it's not going to be like a big 4-wheel drive, like long distance hauler, aside from, you know, my family and maybe a show truck at some point on a trailer. So let's get to it. I'm going to set up the time-lapse camera and let's just see kind of where we land today. Like I said, I'm taking it easy, so I'm not gonna go too crazy. Plus, I don't really have a place to keep all the interior in my garage at the moment. The garage is pretty stacked. So let's just see how far we get. Oh, and plus, I just want to say hi to all the new people that are watching. I picked up about 50 subscribers when United by Trucks gave me a shout out. If you're not a subscriber to United by Trucks, check out his content. Awesome truck content, just good content in general, good editing, really well spoken, just everything. So definitely check out his content, and I appreciate you giving me the shout out on your video, and yeah, I appreciate it. So welcome to the new subscribers. You know, hopefully you'll be interested in the kind of content I put out. Yeah, let's take a moment and say RIP to this carpet. The mice were definitely in this thing, way more than I thought. Under the seats, there is mouse poop everywhere. So I think we're gonna go ahead and roll this carpet up and trash it. after someone pointed out that you can get carpets for crew cabs, my friend Ben, I decided to start doing some research, and sure enough, I found crew cab carpets. I won't commit to that anyways, so I figure out this transmission tunnel thing, because if I can't put in a factory carpet, there's no point in me spending $178 to, let's say, almost $300 on a carpet, depending on if I want the matting under it, special colors, extra plush. Because if I do build this thing, I'm going to build this as nice as I can. Interior is not until about 4 years out, so I don't want to commit to a brand new carpet being the wrong color of whatever the interior I decide to go with. But at this point, there's mouse poop all over this carpet. There's probably pee on it too in that case. So cutting the carpet. We're gonna pull this thing out, we're gonna trash it, and we're just gonna run carpet free probably for a little while until we decide kind of what's going on with this transmission tunnel, paint color, and interior color. We got the seats completely out, and I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put them. I don't have space for an interior in my garage. I think the plan might be, if y'all look over in the bed, I have a bunch of junk piled up, some fenders, the grill. I think I'm going to try to reorganize the bed for now and see if I can get just the seats up in the bed for now, just to kind of put them someplace until I can borrow a truck to take them to storage. I do not own a daily driver pickup. I actually drive a Hyundai Sonata every day for fuel mileage because I work like 30 miles from my house. So sometimes whenever I need to run errands for work, I bring my 2019 Dodge Ram work truck home, and I use that to move things back and forth. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to just put everything in the bed of the truck until I can bring the Dodge home. Probably shouldn't look that way because then I'm just giving y'all a weird ear shot. But yeah, I think that's the plan. May try to get the carpet out today, but I'm already kind of pushing it as far as my hand goes. So I'm pretty happy that I at least got like all the seats out, especially the driver's seat. The driver's seat was a power seat, and I didn't realize that, so I had to hotwire the seat so I could lift it all the way up and actually access the bolts to it, because originally the seat was all the way down in the back and it was too low for me to get to the bolts. So I found out where the power and the ground were, hotwired it just to give it power from 12-volt battery, picked it up and got the bolts out, and so power seat's definitely out at this point. But yeah, I think that's where I'm going to end for the day. I may time lapse just me moving stuff around in the bed for a short time lapse to add to the other stuff. But yeah, I don't want to bore you. This video is going to be kind of boring, but this is really my first day back. So for the 50 or so new people, this isn't what the content usually is. If you watch my older videos, I'm usually actually tearing something down, like either engines or moving engines around, trying to get things to fit. The next video will probably be all cutting and welding, and maybe I'll try to get a little bit of sheet welding stuff in there on things that I like to do, which it's been so long since I've welded sheet metal, especially on the interior. I don't even know what I like to do, so I'm gonna have to get warmed up again as far as my settings and everything. But yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and call this a day for me. My kids are probably gonna be on the way back home soon. I'll have to put my little one down to bed. So I'm pretty happy for 1 hour getting all the seats out and everything, getting all the mouse poop, which there was a ton of, vacuumed out of the car. So again, I appreciate all the new people I've signed up to the channel. Like I always tell people before, I only have 170 people watching the channel total. So if you have questions about the swap or anything, leave them in the comments below, leave them on my Instagram, wherever. I'll probably answer back to it because I have so few people watching. I can still answer y'all at the moment. But I appreciate everybody who has subscribed, and thanks for following along.